It's because what happened for a long time in my life is I'd have the intuitive moment, have anxiety about it, not follow it, and then be kicking myself, later, like, oh my God, I can't believe, I knew the answer. I knew this was going to happen and I didn't follow it. That happens to me a lot,
See, for me, it's more like, you're just working naturally or whatever you're doing, and then you hear something, and then you turn around, and there's a big, like, tsunami behind you, So it's like I have no choice. It's like, and it just pushes me in that direction, but I don't know where the hell it's going. So whether or not I hit or whatever I'm supposed to hit is up for question. But,
do you have a specific moment where it led you something or told you something or was able to give you some answer or some insight?
It's hard to get into specifics. It's more like what I was telling you earlier about, I'm a writer and all that, and I was going through old blog posts, and I realized how much I knew before I actually had a life experience about something. Like I kind of knew what was going to happen. It's like those moments where I don't necessarily. It's like being able to see the strings, but not being able to do anything about it, kind of. But I don't know that I see the strings, but I do, and that's confusing. I know, but that's the best way I can put it. It's just, like I'll know exactly how something may work out, but I'll still do it anyway because maybe I lack confidence in that area, or maybe I just forget what I originally had known for whatever, like losing that intuitive knowledge through the just living life or whatever.
Well, actually, Dave, I have a really good example. This is an example of you.
Of me?
I had an example with you, yes. And that was, you, as you know, Dave, I've been seeing the doctor.
The doctor.
Mm-hmm. And and I've also been sort of toying with the fact of growing my beard back or not. That's why I look this way. I've been sort of toying with this fact.
I just shaved, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shaved like a couple of days ago.
Well, I've been kind of going back and forth because when I shave, I irritate my skin, and as you know, I used to have a beard a while ago, and so I've been kind of going back and forth. But I've been seeing the doctor, and I don't want to. And I was kind of having this perceiving moment, where I couldn't decide, like, oh, should I have the beard? Should I not have the beard? Does it matter? Does it not matter? Yeah. I don't know what to do. And you said, and I was sort of out loud saying this, and you said in this very matter-of-fact monotone, this was just the other day, in a monotone voice, you said to me, Mike, it's not going to matter either way. That's what you said. And I realized that, do you remember this?
I remember this.
You do. And I kind of paused for a moment, and I said, that's Dave's intuition talking. And I said, I don't know if he's right, but I wonder if he's right. But I'm just going to, listen to it. And Dave was right.
Holy shit.
He was right. It didn't matter either way, that I was, it wasn't going to drive her away or anything. And it didn't. So
see, perhaps I do harness it. I just don't know I do.
Yeah, you were sort of, right. Like you weren't saying, Mike, you weren't articulating that, but you just sort of said it in a very sort of almost monotone, way. You just said, Mike, it's not going to matter either way. And it just hit me, and I just thought, oh, this is coming from something, And I knew it was, and I thought, okay, well, we'll see. I'll just put this in the back of my head,
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I get mad when people don't listen to me.
Why do you say that?
Well, see, I have friends that, they have problems and stuff, and not really huge problems, but they go through breakups, or they have run into hard times in their life, and I don't know, they ask me for advice, and I'll just give them the best advice that I feel is necessary. Perhaps it's through intuition, perhaps it's just me seeing the obvious and just stating that, whatever have you, and I don't know, and sometimes most of the time they don't listen to me, and I just get really mad. And it turns out that my advice was actually the best advice that they could take, like for the majority of the time.
Yeah.
You know, and that kills me. It's like the like just to give you a linear process without going into specifics, because who knows who. Well, if they watch this or not, I don't want to humiliate them, but. Like one day they'll tell me the problem, and then I'll give them my advice, and then like a couple days later I'll see them, and they'll go, "Oh, Dave, it got worse." And then, "Well, did you follow my advice?" "No, but I should have." And I'm just like, "Oh, great, yeah."
Well, you know what the problem is that see your advice is coming out like the Delphi Oracle. It's coming out as sort of this sort of vagueness. You know, these vague statements. Like if I hadn't known you were an INFJ and we weren't obsessing about the Myers-Briggs at every moment of our existence,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. I might not have just taken it. You know, but because we've sort of been in the consciousness of Myers-Briggs, I thought about it for a minute and I thought, where is Dave? How would he know? Like I had this brief thing, like, well, how would he know what she's thinking? And like, oh, this is that weird INFJ thing, and I stored it in the back of my head.
See, perhaps I shouldn't focus on my intuitions. Perhaps I should just let it flow. Now that I think about it, I think it's just times I focus on it, that it seems all muddled. So,
Well, it's more internal for you. That's why it seems muddled.
Yeah.
I think it's going on in an internal way.
Well, then again,
it's not translatable.
Yeah. Well, I focus on it when it's really intense, and I have no idea where to place it.
Like, think about it. If I had asked you, Dave, what made you think? What makes you say? Like, I didn't ask you. Like, right? I didn't ask you. You didn't know. You just
it's the
said
first time
it.
he's bringing it up.
Right. This was days ago.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you, but if I had asked you, well, Dave, where are you getting that from? How would you know? What, you met her? You hanging out with the doctor? If I had asked you, think about it. What could you have articulated? Right. Nothing.
Hey, all I could say is you should listen to me when I give you advice, and things will go great.